Hey, I'm John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of the Sonic Fusion Overdrive. This is a pedal straight out of the Garden State, and it's built like a truck, has a 5-year warranty, and it's going for, rather than a over-the-top kind of heavy metal tone, it's going for a more kind of high-fidelity, lighter gain, which sounds to me like a natural amp breakup. They do it really well. Before I tell you more about the pedal, I'll tell you about everything else in the signal chain. I'm playing my Sweetwood Stratocaster, running an Astro cable directly out of this into the overdrive. The overdrive is being powered by a Voodoo Labs pedal power, but it could also run on 9 volts if you feel like it. I'm running from that into a Mesa Boogie Lone Star amp in the clean channel, and it's very clean. I'm miking it with the Royer R121 mic, and that's going into an FG Quartet and in the Pro Tools. Later on, to get a humbuckery sound, I'm going to plug in my stock 73 Gibson Les Paul Gold Top. So the Sonic Fusion offers a little bit more than a standard overdrive. It's got volume and gain, which you would probably expect. Tone, which you'd expect. But right over here is the contour. And contour, what that does, it adjusts the gain, but also gives you kind of a sonic tonal variation as well. As you turn it up, it gets a little more high-endy, a little bit more overdriven. Turn it down, it gets a little bit darker and more subtle. There's also a fat switch, and we'll get into that as well. When I came in, I had everything straight up with the fat switch off. So. So that's a nice, just kind of starting to break up, like a very ampy to me. Not over the top, but a great tone. Now, if you want, you could turn the gain down, engage the fat switch, and bring the volume up, and you've got more of a clean boost thing going on. So there it is, just a bit more volume, starting to kind of get a little more life to it, but not dirty. Now that's with the fat switch on. Let's try it with it off. Let's turn up the tone. Very bitey. Now, if we get into this contour a little bit, it gets a little more interesting. I'm going to go back to flat, but just turn the contour up. Okay, let's go ahead and turn the drive and the volume all the way up and just see how nasty this can get. And while you're doing it, while we're playing, I'm going to kind of bring the contour back and forth so you can see the variety with that. So, set this pig on stun. Here we go. So even all the way up, it's not super dirty, but it's a good, almost to me, kind of like a Hendrixy kind of tone, particularly when the contour was all the way up. My personal preference, I like the contour down here where it's a little bit darker. Now, if we want to make it super dark, let's go ahead and bring the fat in. Now let's give you a little taste test with some humbuckers. I'll plug in the Les Paul. Okay, so now we're in humbucker land, albeit mini humbuckers nonetheless. I'm gonna go ahead and keep the drive all the way up, contour in the middle, fat switch on, volume up a tiny bit. Let's see what happens. So you can see it's not like a super dirty, super overdrive, but to me a very great, alive tone. So that's the basics on the Sonic Fusion Overdrive. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. And while you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're putting up new stuff all the time, and all of it is worth watching. This is John Bollinger. Play on!
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.